The Lake Bodom murders occurred in Finland on June 5, 1960. 4 teenagers were camping by the lake when in the early hours of the morning, someone cut the ropes to their tent and began to stab and bludgeon them through the tent's canvas. By the time the scene was discovered, 3 were dead and 1 lay semi-conscious with multiple wounds. The lone survivor was 18-year-old Niels Wilhelm Gustafsson, who sustained a serious blow to the back of the head, a smashed jaw, and a deep knife wound in his forehead. Police rushed to the area and found that some of the victim's possessions had been stolen. Half a mile away, they found clothes that belonged to the teens, including shoes that belonged to Niles. After questioning people close to the lake at the time of the murder, police were told by multiple witnesses that a blond man was seen leaving the area of the tent. One of the main suspects was a man named Vladimir Gillstrom, who worked and lived near the lake. He was known to be hot-tempered and walk around the lake at night. He was also known to hate young people and would supposedly throw rocks at children as they passed his house. Gillstrom apparently confessed to the murders multiple times before drowning himself in Lake Bodom in 1969. When questioned, Gillstrom's wife told police he had been sleeping by her side at the time of the murders, but later, she said on her deathbed that her husband had threatened to kill her if she didn't lie to the police. Another suspect was a man named Hans Assmann. Assmann wandered into a hospital a day after the murders with what many called bloodstains on his clothing. His fingernails were black and he appeared disheveled. The odd man was very nervous and aggressive. He also pretended to be unconscious at one point. Assmann's clothing matched the description of the murderer, and he was said to have cut his long blonde hair after a description of the murderer was given on the news. On top of that, he only lived 3 miles away from Lake Bodom. Police never took Assmann's bloody clothing as evidence, and no further investigation was done after Assmann's girlfriend gave investigators an alibi for his whereabouts at the time of the murder. In March 2004, almost 44 years after the event, Niels Gustafsson was arrested by police on suspicion of having murdered his 3 friends. In early 2005, the Finnish National Bureau of Investigation declared the case was solved based on some new analysis of the bloodstains. According to the official statement, Gustafsson erupted in jealous anger over his feelings for his new girlfriend. She was stabbed multiple times after the fatal blow, while the other 2 teenagers were killed less savagely. Gustafsson's own injuries, while notable, were less severe. The trial started on August 4, 2005. The prosecution called for life imprisonment for Gustafsson. It argued that the re-examination of the old evidence using modern techniques such as DNA profiling raises suspicion towards Gustafsson. The defense argued that the murders were the work of 1 or more outsiders, and that Gustafsson would have been incapable of killing 3 people given the extent of his injuries. On October 7, 2005, Gustafsson was acquitted of all charges. On his acquittal, the state of Finland paid him $44,900 for his imprisonment and any mental anguish he suffered because of it.